We have witnessed as company after company has collapsed under woke advertising, marketing, and products. Snow White and Bud Light, they're not all that different. But now we may have finally reached the end. And the car companies struggling to put forth some sort of success, Jaguar, might actually be the last of the super woke attempts that are now going down, crashing down in flames. We'll tell you why this could be the end right now. Welcome to the place that keeps you ahead of the culture curve, explaining entertainment and, yes, the advertising and the marketing attempts. We are here to do just that today. Getting into the car business? No way! But rather, we're looking at the fact that ad agencies and entertainment companies, they're giving up on woke. Finally! And Jaguar may just be the end of it. But not only that, folks, we're going to explain for you why it is that companies like Jaguar may have believed that this was the future even still. Folks, all we ask is that you not be still. Click that like button. We'll bring on the panel right now. Jaguar. Never thought we would cover this, but folks, here we are. And it's because this could be the final Bud Light of our times. All right, this is, of course, you've all watched. If you've been watching the Valiant Renegade channel, you have seen the crazy androgynous advertisements for Jaguar, their entry into electric. And Clarkson's Farm has these pictures here. It says, pictures of Jaguar's concept car leaked just hours before official release. What do you think? And you can see here, it looks like a lipstick container melted on top of a Batmobile that Dylan Mulvaney would drive. And so this is what you've got. I don't think that this is going to be successful. I don't think that Jaguar tends to be successful. Maybe I could be wrong, but I just want to tie this into what we're watching with corporations for a moment. And that is, if you take a look at this article out of Newsweek that says Disney has a Trump problem, many of the companies out there, Disney included, have been running away from woke, and they're running as quickly as they can. Meanwhile, Jaguar did not get the memo. And now I think we're at that last Bud Light moment where this may be the final nail in the DEI coffin, where marketing and product design for a demographic that simply does not exist, sufficient to sustain anything, I think this is the end of it. I think Jaguar might be the last one. They're the laughingstock. And I think it's going to give companies like Disney the memo. Now, I'll say this too. We can't dismiss, we cannot discount that there's also that Snow White trailer, right? So maybe they're the last Bud Light. Maybe Snow White is the last Bud Light. But we're reaching that point now. We've passed the stage where we're contemplating it, where we're critiquing it. Everybody is mocking this. Everybody is mocking Snow White. The defense is gone. And once they stop defending, that's when you know they have given in, and that era is subsiding out. It's exiting out from the stage. So I don't know, panel, what do you think? Is Jaguar and what they've been doing with the androgynous advertisements, is this the end of it? Have we reached the end of woke advertising now?
This is hard to look at. I feel like I'm looking at this purple car and thinking, doesn't it need the name Walls on the side of it and a tampon on the other side? Because I think that would make it perfect.
Well, concept to creation, again, like they rolled these cars out. I mean, I'm sure they've been in production for years. But yeah, they could have had a better ad campaign going for it. I think that you're not going to see anybody developing things like this going forward. But I think for the next few years, we're still going to see products that are going to come out that are going to be meant for the woke crowd.
So keep in mind, we have this ad is something that would have been over the top even 2 or 3 years ago. It's so because keep in mind, it's not only the whole. It is. Everyone thought it was a parody, right? I mean, these people are so unattractive. There's not an attractive human being, male or female or in between, in this entire thing. It is an ugly dystopian, weird cultural vision. To some extent, we're seeing stuff that has been in formation for a couple of years and is being spread. Like this is the late arrivals. But I think consider Jaguar in particular. This is a company that the brand is all but dead already.
Yes.
So the cancer found a weak host to infect. There's money left in it from Tata Motors, which stupidly, is financing this. This is, I think we're going to see this crash and burn really fast. And just like any parasite that is, infects a weak host, it's going to find that it's not going to be able to spread from here. It's just going to kill the host.
Well, it might also take out a Land Rover / Range Rover as well. But
that was another great value proposition, huh?
Yeah. Like they can still sell the Range Rovers to the wine drinking 50-year-old, grandmas now. But look, I'm just going to say this about this particular set of cars that are no longer on the screen. These might as well be cars as far as Jaguar is concerned. What's up there now? But when you look at the concept vehicle, just understand that's just a concept vehicle. That'll never go into production.
You mean you didn't see the 8-minute thing they dropped where they actually had them there?
No, they have them. These are concept cars. These are built dream machines, right? That's why there's no dash in there that has an instrument console. There's nothing there that will make anybody get in this car. Getting in this car, number one, would be a nightmare. Number two, how are you getting in the back seats? Number three, how are you expecting this to be in any way efficient? Because the drag issues with the front of this car alone is going to take.
That's not the drag issues I thought you were referring to at first.
No. There was the drag issues were in the commercial. I'm talking about the car itself. It's the drag coefficient's like ridiculous.
Underappreciated.
But you understand that this is literally it's going to cut like 50 miles per charge off of this easily because of that front end.
Well, now wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Chrysler, was it 200?
The 300. The
300 right from the 90s?
Well, I think the 200 was the more boxy front end and the 300 was the more coupe, right? If I remember correctly, yeah. And that's what the back end of this looks like. In fact, this looks very much like a Crossfire, I think. Maybe it was the 300 and then the Crossfire was the coupe. I think I had them wrong.
Wait a minute.
I think you're wrong.
This looks like a Crossfire if they made it in Minecraft.
That's not exactly the right demographic. Listen, we need to go to Erica for her expertise.
Oh, you're right. How is this aesthetically?
We would never drive, the guys here would never drive a vehicle that is either mauve or lavender, right? We only drive vehicles that are plaid, maybe wrapped in flannel with a little mahogany. Erica, would you drive these vehicles? Is this reaching out to you? Is the ad capturing your spirit?
No, it's fugly. And why does the back of the car look like a back end of a Porsche? Like they don't even know how to design anything unique. And the front end of the car, kind of for whatever reason, I'm getting like Mustang vibes. It's like they took other ideas and it's really nothing original. And it just looks like a heavy piece of clunk of metal. It looks heavy. Like you're driving a boat or a tank.
What if I told you all that I know exactly why companies did this? And I'm going to show it to you right now. You ready? Companies believed in this because companies believed in what they were being told from the gatekeepers and the societal elite. I want to show you what is considered to be in vogue right now from the White House, which was proven in the election to not be in vogue. But we're going to play this, and as we do so, we'll get thoughts on the panel about whether or not this is the final Bud Light, Dylan Mulvaney kind of thing, if we're moving on from this. But everybody, this is what, up until the election, was considered to be what everybody up there wanted, okay? Here is that White House Christmas. This is what we've been told, force-fed for now years, that this is the new normal. This is where society is going. So how else were companies supposed to think that they were to aim at audiences than what we've been seeing?
This is the kind of thing that an educator, someone with a high level degree that doesn't actually do anything, this is the kind of thing that they think is fancy and is there. It's so tacky. It's Beverly Hillbillies type stuff that someone says, well, that's what the rich people do.
Our new Weimar Republic masters.
Listen, gaudy, glittery nutcrackers in the Lincoln bedroom. That's really living up to the history of the place you're in.
There just needs to be one straight guy, probably with a soda, maybe with a beer, sitting there next to everything that the White House puts out. So just so you know, and then fill in whatever based take he happens to have. I mean, look at that right there.
I want that job. I want the job to be the
What
guy
is
with the
that
drink.
supposed to be?
I want to be the guy with the drink that the companies call and say, "What do you think?" And I just go, "Nope."
I'll tell you guys one thing. I've left the Northeast and flown over this great nation of ours to land in Alaska. I'm really far from this crap here. This place, I mean, every single place I've been in is at a Bible. Okay, this is God's country here. It looks like it, and the people live like it. It's really a welcome change. There's something really corrupt, and Jefferson was onto this about cities, and especially about European cities. And this Washington D.C. has become a truly decadent European capital. I'm here in Juneau, Alaska. Whether
Beautiful.
we win on ranked choice voting or not, which could be an uphill battle, but I'm here to do our due diligence, and I'm going to excuse myself from the rest of the discussion. Great catching all of you guys and seeing everyone at this strange hour for me.
Ron, thank you for doing what you do, and I hope you stay warm, and I hope you catch as much daylight as you possibly can. I know it's in short supply, but give all our love and the best to everybody in Alaska. We love the state.
Oh, great. Good night, everyone. Good morning, whatever the hell it is.
Wherever
Catch
you
me
are.
on Moose, baby.
Right.
When
All
you're
right.
in a state where if you walk outside, you might die, of course they're going to try to be as close to God as possible.
Tom, I just wanted to give you the last word on this. Do you think
this is
we've reached
another
the
video of
end?
the car? Yeah.
Do you think we've reached the
Finally.
end of DEI woke marketing? And I mean, I know there's still going to be some of it, but like, have we gotten to the point now where the big ones they're over and the companies have wisened up?
I don't know. I mean, their stock took a dive. I mean, it's bumped back up a bit, but I mean, at this point, every company that has done this, it has been a disaster.
You know what that reminds me of now that I see it, Tom? That reminds me of what were those? What were the little two-seater Saturns that were trying to copy the Miatas? What were those?
I'm not a car guy. Sorry.
Whatever they were. Anybody who can remember those?
Weren't they the SC1 and the SC2? I don't know.
They only made them for like 2 years, but that we'll come up with it later. But anyway, that's what that looks like to me. Except they mixed it with futuristic in the 80s.
Can I make one more point to this? I think that I think Wicked shows that Wicked and Barbie show that some woke properties can succeed as long as it's marketed to a very niche woke audience. They need. I think what we're going to see an end to is woke stuff being pushed to the masses. I think they're going to continue to put. I think they've learned their lesson that, well, if we market things directly to women and gay people that are not meant to be marketed to, men or whatever else, or children, then perhaps we can actually still make some money with this and then go a little bit more mainstream middle to the rest of the world with things like Marvel and Star Wars and Superman.
I think there's way too much hood on that vehicle to appeal to women. That thing looks like it turns like a boat.
Well, all I can tell you is
Told you a boat.
Well, I don't think that thing was marketed to the right audience.
I mean, if
That
they were
was
smart,
that
they
was-
should have
that
done
was-
it in green and pink and marketed it as the Wicked car.
I'm shocked they did.
it would have sold.
I think I found the primary audience for a car like that.
Oh,
by the way.
perfect.
There you go.
What the heck is that?
The front of it does
Batman
look
Zero
like
Hour.
the 1990s Batmobile, the cartoon one. Just the front
Yeah.
part.
A little
That's
bit.
very
The
front
interior looks like the 60s, which is weird, but
The
other than
interior-
that, yeah.
Folks, it's time to bid you adieu, but we hope that you will help us anew. And that is, we're only asking you click that like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. And oh, by the way, have you gone the way of thatparkplace.com? www.thatparkplace.com. It's the website that if you're not yet bookmarked to, well, you should be. A bastion of truth and knowledge when it comes to entertainment and everything that's going on. Go check it out today, folks. We would love to have you over there as well. All right, we are getting ready to head out, but do not fret, for we will put out 4 more videos tomorrow, so long as the good Lord allows. And we believe that probably, just might, happen. All right, until the next time we get to share time with you, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.